Alright guys, so today we did a 3-inch rough country lift on this 9906 crew cab. It originally had a 3.5 drop, so what the drop consisted of was drop springs, a flip kit, and a reverse lift hanger in the back. I asked him to bring me the original ones to just get them new, but he got some other ones and they gave him some bent ones. So the truck actually sits a little bit higher in the rear, but all the kit has is a lift block and new U-bolts, and then we hooked them up with the saddles and the U-bolt plates, and then we just reversed the flip kit thing, took it all apart. So these are the rear hangers they gave them. As you can see, they're all bent. I really can't use those. And then over there you got the drop springs, the drop shocks, and then over here more drop shocks and the flip kit he had on there. And then in here we have the lower control arms. His ball joints are pretty bad, so we went ahead and replaced the whole control arm, so he has all new suspension. And then in here we have the front drop shocks and the original shackles. So what this kit has in the front are just lift shackles, and you just use the original spring. Unless you get the 4.5 kit, that one is a lift shackle and a lift spring. That one's a little bit harder to do. On that one you have to compress the spring and then, you know, be very careful putting it back on so it doesn't hit you in the face, and then start putting the suspension back on. But I believe the spindles are the same size. It's just that spring lets it sit like 1.5 inches higher than this kit, so this one's a little bit easier to do. So instead of you doing like a leveling kit on the truck, for example, the leveling kits for these, and they ride really bad, is a spacer that goes on top of the spring, and then you have to force the spring back in there with the control arm. And then there's also another spacer, a rubber spacer. That one tends to go down after a while because, you know, it's rubber, so it wears out. So the best thing for you to do is just do a lift spindle on the 9906 body style. That's like the easiest, economical way to do it. The kit for this truck was I believe $450, so you know you can't beat that. And it has the lift spindle, the lift shocks, and then in the back you get the longer block, the bigger lift block, longer U-bolts, and longer shocks for the lift. And that's it. You know, the back's pretty easy if the truck comes in stock, but you know, this one didn't, so it took a little bit longer because it was drop. And then, well, let me show you guys the front on this one. That's all I got, you know. So that's your new control arm right here, your lift spindle, stock spring, which I asked him to bring because he had a drop spring, the lift shock, and the stabilizer link. You can reuse the original one, so he had an aftermarket one, so that one worked out perfectly. And that's pretty much it. Real easy kit to put on. The bottom, you know, it's a 24, the outer tie rod 19, the stabilizer link 14. The nut on the control arm, it does have an aftermarket ball joint, so it's an aftermarket arm. That one I believe was an 18. And then the bottom bolts for the shock 13, and on top I believe it was a 15. And then over here for the lower control arm, to take it off and put it back on, you have a 24 and an 18 on the other side, and 18, 24. So this one wasn't that bad. It's just that it came dropped already. It's probably gonna have to come in again to do some lift. Some inner and outer tie rods, because they're not bad, but you know, they do look a little worn out already. So we'll go ahead and do that next time. And she's pretty much ready to go. Pretty clean truck. I believe it's a 2005, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, they took off the sticker, but it's pretty clean. The little center console, some bangs and speakers in the back. Real nice truck. So yeah guys, hit us up if you need any lifts. We don't just do drops, we also do lifts and just regular suspension. By regular suspension, I mean your regular maintenance, ball joints, shocks. We also do brakes. If you need a differential to turn it to a posi, we also do that. We also cut them to put on billets, you know, shorten the differential, axles, all that stuff. You can reach us at 713-501-5105, or hit me up on Instagram, Orlando_2010. or you can try and find me on Facebook, but more than likely you can find me on YouTube, Instagram, or just text me. And we're out.